This is Dr. Nathan Thompson, and today's exercise is the L5 Spondylo stretch or exercise. Now, the purpose of the L5 Spondylo stretch is to start actually decreasing the curve into the lower part of the back. So anyone who has had an L5 spondylo or spondylolisthesis, typically what happens is that you see an increased curve in the lower part of the back and the rib cage shifts forward. Now, for these people, they have a lot of issues trying to extend the spine, and running and walking can cause a lot of issues. So what we're going to try to do when we do this exercise is we're going to actually try to decrease that curve by bringing some of the pelvis forward and the rib cage actually back. Now, this is a fixed procedure, so make sure that you've actually warmed your spine up prior to doing this, specifically doing the wobble disc exercise. So Kelly's going to actually show us what this stretch looks like, and this stretch is actually, this exercise is in two parts. The first one's going to be face up, and then the other one is going to be performed on your knees. So Kelly, the first one that I want you to do is let's have you go ahead and lay face up. And what we're going to do when we do this exercise is Kelly's going to go ahead and bring her knees to her chest. She's going to take her hands and then she's going to try to pull the knees into the chest as much as possible. Now you're going to hold this for the prescribed amount of time. Make sure that you the prescribed amount of reps too. And one thing that you can do on top of that is once you get into this position, you can think of trying to push your belly button into the table or onto the ground. And so you're going to hold that, usually a minimum of 30 seconds. Sometimes we'll do it even up to 2 minutes, holding that position. Okay? Now, part two of this exercise is Kelly's going to go ahead onto the table, and she's going to go onto her knees. So for this exercise, I want you to think of you trying to sit back onto your feet, like Kelly's doing right now. And then the next part that you're going to do for this stretch is you're going to go ahead and you're going to bring the hands as far forward as you can, and you're going to make sure that you're trying to actually sit back onto your heels, so that you're going to see that when you do this, you're going to see that the spine is actually lengthened, and you're also going to see that this curve is actually goes from a hyperlordosis position into more of a kyphosis or a reverse curve type position. So this is going to help take pressure off of this area right in through here. Again, you're going to hold that for the prescribed amount of time and make sure that you do the prescribed amount of reps. Again, this is the L5 Spondylo exercise or stretch.